My biggest fear. Well, my family has a really long history of mental health problems, going back for generations. And I struggled with depression a lot growing up, even at a young age. And I know it doesn't make a lot of sense now, but as a kid, my biggest fear was that I would just lose my mind. That maybe I would wake up one day and I'd be crazy, or I would be in this pit of despair that I could never get out of. I saw firsthand how scary mental health issues could be. I witnessed my family members go through these heart-wrenching problems. And so I had a fear that I would encounter some of these mental health problems and I would have no way to ever fix it. That I would be lost forever in this mental darkness. And this fear kind of came and went throughout my life, through middle school, through high school, and it all came to a head when I was about 21. I hit an all-time low in my life where I was just lost and I didn't have a direction. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, who I wanted to be, and my fear was realized. I hit this depression that I had never felt ever before, and I actually thought that I was never going to get through it. And it's really cliche, but the thing that helped me more than anything else was just admitting that I needed help. All this time I had this huge fear of mental health, but all this time I was just handling it on my own. So for the first time, I started to talk to people about what was going on in my mind. I was telling people that I was depressed. I was talking to my family members who had gone through it and overcome it. And I was looking for help wherever I could. And people just flocked to my side. I just had so many family members and friends who just helped me dig myself out of this hole and slowly climb out of the pit. Now eventually, I met Dr. Jacob and his father, Dr. Dean. They were both professors at ASU. And I met them because I was taking a leadership course, trying to look for some direction and some career. But I eventually started working with them, and it took a lot of time, but with their professional mentorship, I learned how to create a stable and happy lifestyle. I learned that as I became more professional and as I developed in my career, that I could manage my own life and I could set my own goals. I started to recognize how my own actions were causing my stress, and I began to change my own negative thoughts by first changing my habits. As I formed better habits, as I made a consistent routine, as I began to understand my emotions, my strengths, my limitations, I gained control over my mental health for the first time in my life. So it's a crazy thing, because I think struggling with mental health often feels like you can't escape from your problems. You have these things that just follow you everywhere, and there's never like a quick fix. And you get so negative about your own fears and your worries that you often don't know what to do. But for me, I found the best answer was just finding people who could guide me towards continual growth and improvement. It was finding people that can help me reach the goals that I wanted and form the right habits to be a happier person. For me, that was the best way to climb out of my pit of despair and walk into my field of happiness.